we're back at the tasting table again today. It's most probably one of my little favorite wines that we do. This is actually the third wine that we started producing. It used to actually be called Sangiovese Barbera. Then it became a Sangiovese Barbera Lagrein. It's now a Sangiovese Lagrein, affectionately referred to as Canto, which is a musical term. Canto is, obviously Latin. When you look at music, it's Latin. The unforgiving thing that we have going on from a legal standpoint is this is actually a blend of Italian grape varieties, but I can't use the word Italian in my back label or in reference when I'm selling this wine or labeling it. So I've got to come up with another clever way to do it. If I could have actually called it pizza wine, I would have, but guess what? It was trademarked already. So Canto to me is that whole thing. Canto refers to the harmony amongst many different parts to make the whole of music. And that's what this is. Even if you're not a wine drinker, and I know you're not, because you told me earlier, even if you're not a wine drinker, when you taste this, it's going to harken you back to Italy. I don't know why. It must be that, Attila the Hun is supposedly in every one of our genetic code. I guarantee you there's a little bit of Italian in every one of us, because some of the food is just fantastic. Italy, Spain, those Mediterranean countries, I just love going there because they've got the balance of life. They've figured out what it really is to live. They work hard, they play hard, they have naps, they have siestas, but man, they celebrate food and wine and anything that they put into their body, no matter what it was, they absolutely take it to the 10th degree. It is, and for me, Italian wines just have this real savory, earthy, textural food friendliness to them. And my background when I studied winemaking here and then started working in McLarenville, I was blessed to be able to work at Coriel Vineyards under Mark Lloyd and the rest of the Lloyd family. And that love of all things Italian, the production of olives and olive oil. We actually have more olive oil production here in McLarenville than Tuscany does in Tuscany. How about that? You know what I mean? I hated olives working in all the different regions I worked around the world that produced olives until I tried a Coriel Kalamata olive. I love olives now. They're amazing. But this is actually, unlike the other wines that I guess I've tasted over the time with people, we do varietal wines, we do blends. A blend is that marriage, the harmony between the two varieties, the complement between the two partners. The sum of the two individuals are greater than, the individual parts. And that's what I try to get. So I guess the other thing Canto is a blend of two grape varieties at the moment. I'm always dabbling and playing around. This is Sangiovese. Sangiovese is the noble grape that goes into Chianti. So any Chianti that you drink, this is it. Also Brunello di Montepulciano, or Brunello, which is also Sangiovese. Those two regions, this is the backbone of the grapes that are actually used to make those wines. Sangiovese translates to the blood of Jove or the blood of Jesus. It's one of those revered grape varieties out of Italy. The other one that we use is Lagrein. And Lagrein comes from northern Italy, but it's actually a Swiss grape variety. It was actually created by the birth of Shiraz or Syrah and Pinot Noir making a baby. So it's a cross between those two grape varieties. And over there, it's quite tough. It's linear and very chalky tannins. We get more generosity and richness and voluptuousness. And to me, it looks like Shiraz with a coat of armor on it. It's got some lovely tannin structure. And we use those two to balance each other out. This is that all-rounder, food-friendly, let's just sit down and have a bit of nosh and have a glass of red wine. So grab a glass, put it up to your nose, let's have a smell. To me, there's that real, it's almost raisiny. It's not fresh fruits, it's got dried raisins. There's a bit of Morello cherry. And underneath, it's malt. Milo. When you smell Milo, it's that malty tone. It's not just all fruit. There's almost a savory sort of fresh herbal character to it too. Rosemary and a bit of oregano characters. Funny enough, both very famously associated with Italy. Oregano, as you guys say. Rosemary. I love it. The thing is, in Australia, we get bright, vibrant, concentrated fruits. We don't have a problem with our growing over here and getting primary fruit characteristics. there's that subtlety that comes out of this, that savory tone. So put it in your mouth and let's taste it. Let's see what it feels like. Suck a bit around your mouth. Whoa. Whoa. Tannins sort of grip, don't they? It's almost like sandpaper. But it's moreish. You go, wow, you swallow it and all of a sudden your mouth salivates. You just want to have a bit of pizza with some, fresh bocconcini on it. And you want a bit of fat to digest. It's crazy stuff. But it's juicy, it's light, it's not a full-bodied wine. It's medium-bodied at most. But it's a beautiful food-friendly product. And the thing about what we do in our Mediterranean range of wines is I try and highlight about acid structure or tannin structure. And Canto and Blackberry Patch really focus on fruit tannins and their acidulation. This wine, any Italian wine that I make, that anyone makes from Italian grape varieties, it's acidulation. The acids in the reds tend to be higher and fuller. The actual tannins are there. They help emulsify things. So no matter what you eat or drink, it helps to break it down in the process. Food is wine. Wine is food. And it should be had around the table with loved ones in copious amounts of love, that is, not wine and food, and just enjoyed every day, part of everyday life. It's about paying homage to Italy and its sense of love of food and wine, that savory tone that makes every single thing that you put in your mouth bigger and better and more juicy. So enjoy. Cheers.